What are the best business ideas? What are the business ideas that are going to make you a millionaire, as it were? What causes success? I would argue that the best business ideas are the ones that solve a problem that you actually have. It's something that we've done multiple times now, and it's a strategy that I recommend if you're struggling still to come up with an agency idea or a SaaS idea. This is an easy way to do it. Stick around, you're going to like this one. But before we jump into it, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe down below. Solve your own problem. Scratch your own itch. That's what it's all about. When I was director of marketing at that agency in New York City, one of the hardest things that we had to do was find people to implement the tasks. So for instance, one of the first things I wanted to do was scale what had been working for us. So back in the day, I was writing Quora answers. So I wanted someone to write Quora answers for us. I wanted to hire a good SEO team. I wanted to even find somebody that would manage ads effectively. And the thing that I found was in order to find an SEO team, I had to search for hours and talk to dozens of people. And even at the end of it, we ended up picking somebody that didn't work out in the end. So I realized that hiring and vendor sourcing was broken. And the idea for X27 was born. I realized, if I could solve this marketing vendor problem, if we could get better at hiring, picking, and setting the KPIs for marketing vendors, people would be willing to pay for it because we'd get results. And that's where X27 was born. That's where the seed of that idea to sell marketing reviews to other people came from, because I was just scratching my own itch. And we turned that into $600,000 in ARR, annual recurring revenue, in about 30 days, and then into a multi-million-dollar business. So scratching your own itch is a great way to find high-value business ideas. Another great idea came along when we're a lead generation agency. We're buying leads every single month. We spend over $10,000 a month on leads for X27. No joke. You can see the invoices. It hurts me every month. And it hurt our customers, I assume, also, that we're doing the same thing. You're buying from all these lead sources. You're dealing with all this nonsense. And so we realized there had to be a better way. And so we scratched our own itch by starting LeadShark. We made our own lead generation database. And all of a sudden, we were presented with a whole slew of new problems. For instance, inside lead gen databases, which is something that we've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on now, I understand that the data is pretty bad inside even the major databases. You'll download a lead, and the odds are higher than not that they don't work for the company anymore. Or on some lead databases, you'll download 100 leads, and literally 60% will bounce. Or you'll download leads, and you'll still have to spend hours cleaning the data. And all of these issues are issues that I've dealt with, that Hagope has dealt with on X27, that Robert's dealt with, that our team deals with all the time. And that I've heard from our audience here on YouTube as well that you guys deal with. So to scratch my own itch, me and Robert decided to launch LeadShark, which is a database that automatically does real-time email verification to reduce the bounce rate. We even added a bounce rate guarantee where every one lead that bounces, you get 5 leads for free. Everything we're doing at LeadShark is scratching our own itch. We want the ultimate lead generation database because everyone who sends cold email deserves better. So that platform is hitting. We've got hundreds of users now, paying users for LeadShark, and we're scaling up as hard as we can. Honestly, it's a big problem to solve, and there's a huge audience. And that's what scratching your own itch is all about. You find these opportunities, and you exploit them. You build something that hits your own need, and that's that. Similar with the other startup that we're running, the other software as a service company, Taplio, that we're running right now, which is a LinkedIn AI content creation tool. What are my issues with LinkedIn? Well, I've gone on the record as saying that I hate LinkedIn. I hate LinkedIn. And why do I hate LinkedIn? What was the issue? Well, there was a couple major issues. One, writing content never was that big of an issue, right? Queuing content was an issue. There's no easy way to queue the content. Analytics were an okay issue. But the main thing that gets me about LinkedIn is on everybody else's post, you'd see hundreds of likes and a bunch of comments, but it did seem like bots talking to each other. And then when I would publish my posts, there would be no comments, no engagement, and very little back and forth that seemed human, compared to something like Twitter where it's all real people. So with Taplio, we wanted to make that engagement easier. We wanted to make it easier to publish the posts, sure. We also wanted to make it easier to translate one platform to another. Because the biggest thing that I found moving to Twitter is all of the skills that I've developed making YouTube videos didn't really translate to tweets. I had to spend hours every single day for over a full year, I think now at this point, tweeting 10 times a day, 12 times a day just to learn the Twitter algorithm. But what's cool is AI exists now that will translate tweets into LinkedIn posts. And that's what I love about Taplio. I can just take like a top tweet that hit and then hit the little Taplio robot, and the AI will process it into something that works on LinkedIn. And then, of course, there's the engagement feature, which solves the other problem, which is now all the Taplio users are easily able to engage with each other, like each other's posts, comment on each other's posts, thus spreading far and wide. So by joining Taplio, you are making LinkedIn easier. It's all about scratching your own itch. And that one also is scaling. Both LeadShark and Taplio have seen incredible success. It gives me a lot of confidence in our ability to build and launch SaaS products going forward. And all of it comes down to scratching my own itch. So my question for you is, what problems are you currently experiencing in your business that could be solved by software? What problems? Maybe it's a software that you pay for that's hundreds of dollars a month that you feel like you could do better on. Maybe it's a place where there's no software that exists, but you know of a solution that you could build. Think about it for a little bit. Let me know down in the comments what that is. And more importantly than leaving the comment, go execute on that idea. Build a SaaS around that problem. Scratch your own itch, because that is the secret to building a sustainable, rapidly growing business. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to smash that like button to encourage this type of content on YouTube. Subscribe for more like this, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.